Hi everyone, thanks for watching my video. For more information and interesting topics, please visit econtree.com. I'm sorry for the sound. Actually, this is the best quality I could give, and even my previous videos are also with a bad quality of sound. But doesn't matter. But let's focus on the detail. Our today's topic is quick and easy way to check the risk of the banks. So this is actually how we learned during our master's degree, and it's very interesting and very nice way to find out the risk of the bank. Quick way. I helped few of my friends on to see the compare the 3 banks or 2 banks, 4 banks, the risk factor. And one of the ways is, the most common way to know actually this one is leverage ratio. So it's so important, and so nice and easy, like you just look into the annual report of the banks, and then you just get these details, you put it together, you calculate it, then you get the risk factor. The risk, like how much risk of fall in the earnings can the bank handle. So let's get started. The leverage ratio is actually one of the ways to know how much of a risk can the banks handle, and you can find out more details by just googling it. There are a lot of information on leverage ratio, and also you can have the full article on this topic at my website econtree.com. Okay, the formula for the leverage ratio is asset over equity, and then once we get the leverage ratio, then we have to divide that over 1 over leverage ratio. So just for the example, I put 3 banks, bank A, B, C, and then I came up with the numbers, and then I just calculated, so it's a little bit easy for you guys to understand. Otherwise we could just put like whatever the bank we want, and then we get these details, we'll put it together, then we can calculate it. So let's get started. The first thing is that we need to get the total asset. Let's say $500 billion, and then we don't need the total liabilities, but I put it there just to say a few things about it, because sometimes when you look into the annual report, then you get the total liabilities combined together with total equity all the way in the end. And then so what you do is that, but total liabilities separately will be given, basically all the annual reports, and then to get the total equity, you just minus the total equity and liability, like you minus total liability from total equities and liabilities, and then whatever the difference, that should be the equity. But just be careful if there are other information. And I would love to actually go through with the annual report of one of the banks, but I'm afraid a little bit about that. And so, like first thing is first, let's follow the leverage ratio. 500,000 over total equity is 55,000. Then we get 9.91, and then we divide this 9.91 from this 1, and then we get 11%. But there must be some little bit of decimals which I rounded up, and then so we know that bank A can only handle up to 11% fall in the earnings. The earnings can be actually profit or revenue, if it's revenue, let's say, but then the expense of the bank has to be a little bit low, not a little bit, quite low, so that they can bear these things, and that's why maybe they fire employees and stuff like that. But if it's profit, then they gotta figure out other ways. So, and another one is bank B. Bank B is the same method exactly, and then we get asset over equity, then we get 11.43, and then 1 over 11.43, we get 8.75%. Usually we'll get 0.0875, but then we multiply by 100, and we get the percentage of 8.75. and then actually this is 400,000, which means 400 billion. Sorry for, but I just make it simple, 400,000. And then this is bank C. If we can see the same method of calculating, and bank C has the leverage ratio of 7. And then this is very good. The lower the leverage ratio, the better it is, because when you divide that from 1, then this earning can, this one, the 14.3 increases. So the higher this, the better it is, and the lower this is, better it is, because let's just in a simple way to compare. If let's say the earnings fell by 15%, no, let's say 14%. If the earning fell by 14%, this bank A would have to borrow more money from outside source, maybe overnight or interbank rates, in like where the banks trade and stuff like that, and then they need to borrow more money. And let's say with the bank B, then if the bank B had also 14% fall, then they would have to borrow more, a lot more money from the other banks or from the central bank or wherever they can borrow to sustain, because they really are in a financial distress. And then if we look at bank C, and if there is fall in 14%, they can still handle it, you know. So, but it's not good for them as well, but they can handle it. So this is how we compare the banks. So like in this one, I would say bank C is the best one, and I would have loved to actually explain and show and calculate it with the annual report of some of the banks, but unfortunately I cannot do that. And it's very easy and very simple, actually. Just go through the annual report and just check these details, and please remember that this is an educational video, and I'm not liable for any of your investment or something. It's same as all the articles on my website. Thanks, thank you for watching, and please visit econ2.com. I will be publishing quite a lot of articles, and I also get other people to publish. And if you would like to also publish like 100 words or anything like that, or even long articles, it's up to you, if you want with your name or anything, but just cannot be copy pasted from other places. Thank you for watching.